Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: the provincial government issues a stay-at-home order for Ontarians. Will federal regulations to patent medicines threaten your health care? We talked to Ronnie Miller, the main man at Roche Canada, and our lightning round is in with Brad Butt. This segment of MBOT TV is brought to you by Nurse Next Door. The provincial government issued more strict stay-at-home measures to plank the spread of COVID-19. The cases continue to rise despite the government shuttering businesses like restaurants and small retailers. MBOT has asked the province to allow businesses to open in a safe and responsible manner and crack down on the real problem, which is community spread within the civilian population. The Patent Medicine Pricing Review Board delayed implementing new control measures recently. This is welcome news considering these new measures could restrict the selection of medications available to Canadians and stunt valuable research and development of new medicines like the COVID-19 vaccine. We connected with Pamela Freilich from Innovative Medicines Canada for the details.
Interestingly, when it comes to COVID-19, the government has in fact put in place a special exemption to the regulations for any COVID-19 drugs. We can only interpret that as an acknowledgement that in fact there are barriers in the current system that would limit or prevent or hinder these products from coming to market and being available to Canadians, and so they've put in these exceptions. So it's going to be an increasingly difficult situation in Canada if these regulations go forward.
From the Corner Office is a signature event with MBOT where we interview CEOs from major corporations to find out how they made it to the top job. This month, the spotlight was on Ronnie Miller, the president and CEO of Roche Canada.
Well, actually, I was brought up in a small village called Stonehouse, and our family home is right opposite the local hospital. And from the age of 15, I started working as a porter over the summer holidays, and I did that all the way through university. And what piqued my interest in pharmaceuticals was twofold. One, my wife's brother was a regional sales manager for Janssen at the time. And also, I used to meet all those medical representatives coming in who tentatively were trying to find their way around their hospital. So as I approached the end of my degree, I started asking about jobs in the industry, and I got a whole host of interviews before I even graduated.
We'll be back with the lightning round with Brad Butt right after you find out how you can save money on your employee benefits with the Chambers Plan.
The Chambers Plan now offers employee benefit programs with greater selection, higher coverage levels, and more value than ever before. Take another look and see why we're the choice of more small businesses than any other plan in Canada. The Chambers Plan. It's for your benefit.
Well, here we are with the weekly lightning round with Brad Butt. Brad, are you all set to go?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right. So, sick pay motion at the Mississauga City Council was brought forward by Mayor Crombie. What's the mayor trying to accomplish here?
Well, her motion goes to council on Wednesday. She's trying to push the provincial and federal governments to provide some sort of immediate sick pay program, particularly for precarious workers who just can't afford to take even a day off without pay. We want people to stay home if they're not feeling well, stay home if they think they're exposed to COVID-19. This is a good motion, and the federal and provincial government should step up to the plate with a decent sick pay program.
So a good thing the mayor's not asking businesses to pay for this. She's asking for the federal government to pay for it. So that's good. Big box stores crackdown is being brought back once again by Councillor Starr. This same motion was defeated in regional council. So what makes this one different?
Well, it really isn't a lot different. I mean, it's basically the same motion that was defeated at regional council. And this is asking that non-essential items, non-essential aisles in the so-called big box stores have to be closed while the essential items can still be sold. It's very unworkable. And it doesn't reopen small businesses that have been forced to close anyway. It causes chaos. The best thing to be doing is what the province did this past weekend, is they did a blitz, and they're making sure these places operate properly.
there was an MPP that was kicked out of caucus for a letter that they sent to the premier. What happened there?
So Roman Baber, who's the MPP for York Centre, wrote an open letter to the premier suggesting that the lockdown is actually worse for people and their mental health than COVID-19 is. The premier responded right away by booting Mr. Baber from the Progressive Conservative Caucus. He still remains as an MPP. He's continuing his social media fight. He is certainly of the view that the lockdown is causing great harm to people, not just COVID-19, but that's one of the political prices you pay.
Absolutely. There was a federal cabinet shuffle last week. Mississauga had one minister in, one minister out. Let's get the update on that.
So longtime Minister of Industry, Navdeep Bains, told the Prime Minister he doesn't intend to seek re-election whenever a federal election does happen this year, and so he stepped down from cabinet. And another one of our local longtime MPs, Omar Alghabra, has been appointed the new Minister of Transport. My opinion is that ministry needed a new minister. It needs some refreshing. We wish Minister Alghabra the best in a very important ministry to this country.
And the vaccine, lots of talk around delays, how many doses we have, when they're coming in, and a lot of finger pointing going on between the feds and the province. What's the update?
Well, the Federal Minister of Procurement, Anita Anand, announced on Friday that there was going to be a reduction and a delay in the delivery of the Pfizer vaccine as the Pfizer plant in Europe is being retooled. Not sure why that's taking place in the middle of a pandemic, but anyway, it will affect the vaccines coming into Canada, a reduction of about 50% of what Canada was expecting in the short term. So people are scrambling and the finger pointing is going on, but a new vaccine center is opening up in Toronto on Monday and in Peel shortly, so more vaccines to come.
Finally, we're on the brink of a new president being inaugurated in the United States. Lots of things happening down there. What's the latest?
So yes, Wednesday at noon, the 46th President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden, will be inaugurated. I think it's being met predominantly with a lot of hope and optimism about a change in direction for the United States of America. One item we have found out about that will affect Canada by the Biden administration is the killing of the Keystone XL pipeline. That's going to send shockwaves through Canada's energy sector when that gets done. But I think most Canadians are hopeful with the new Biden administration.
That's a lightning round with Brad Butt. Brad, thanks for being with us.
Always a pleasure.
If you have any questions about how to register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151 and press 0 to get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Wojcik wishing you continued success in your business.